Hey guys, Earl here. Welcome back to Earl's Cooking Show. So in an earlier video, you might have seen me show you exactly how I like to prep sockeye salmon. Now I'm going to give you my recipe that I use in my own home when I make salmon for my family with that same piece of salmon that I showed you how to prep, but I'm going to show you all the ingredients and exactly how I lay it out. So down here on the cutting board, I have a beautiful fillet of sockeye that I got from Savory Butcher. As you saw in the previous video, I've pulled all the pin bones out and I've descaled it. There's a reason for that, and we're gonna start with the scale side up, or the lack thereof. The first thing that I do is I take really fine ground sea salt and I coat this thing very liberally, all over the skin. Now why would I do that? Well, salt's a great curing agent. It's been used forever and ever in seafood, meats, things like that. But people think that, oh no, I'm gonna over salt it and it's just gonna be terrible and it's gonna be like a salt lick. Not true. Not on this side at least, because we are doing the skin side. So I'm gonna salt this very, very good. And you can see it's all stuck there and it's shining again. It's almost like it's got scales again. The next thing I do is I'm gonna flavor this skin with garlic powder. So we're gonna dust garlic powder right over the skin like that. You're like, Earl, why are you doing this? Wait till you see when I cook it. It's amazing. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put pepper on it. So salt, pepper, and garlic powder on the skin side. Well, you notice how I put salt on first? There was a reason for that. When you put salt on first, it immediately starts drawing the moisture up. I dried the salmon before I started with it, and then I put the salt on it. Then I went with the garlic powder, then I went with the pepper. And you can look at it. When I go like this, you don't see it all falling off right now. That's because I started with salt. So now we're gonna prep the goodness side. And some people might differ on that opinion because there are those that love the skin. And that's why I do it this way. Scales are off. We're gonna make sure this is delicious. So I've got a little trick that I use when it comes to salmon that if you don't have a smoker at home, you can literally just go get a little bottle of this, but remember, less is more. So I'm gonna show you what I do. I've got the Wright's liquid smoke here, and I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna put the finest drizzle of this right down this critter here. Not a lot. And then I'm just gonna rub it. That's all it's gonna take to bring out a little bit of a nice smoky flavor, almost like you had did a cold smoke on the salmon. That's a little secret that I like to use. If I don't have time to take it outside, put it in my smoker, or I'm getting ready to do something, or I'm just wanting to make a quick lunch, this recipe doesn't take you long at all. The biggest mistake people make when it comes to seasoning food is they under-season it. They're so afraid that if they put too much seasoning on it, it's gonna overpower it. But when you're dealing with something that has so much moisture and water content in it, like seafood, those seasonings are gonna get wilted away over into your pan. So don't be afraid. So I'm gonna start with Kansas City steak seasoning. Why would I use Kansas City steak seasoning? Well, it's got a whole conglomeration of spices that I like, and rather than pulling out a ton of bottles from my shelf, I'll just take and I'll put this on here. Kansas City steak seasoning. Oh my gosh, did I go too much? Nope, I sure didn't. And then, you guys ever had lemon on your fish? Well, if you don't have lemon slices, lemon pepper's great. I do have lemon slices, but I'm trying to make a quick lunch for my family. So I'm gonna hit it with some lemon pepper right over the top. And then, we're gonna take pink Himalayan sea salt. But Earl, you salted the bottom of it. I sure did. And I'm gonna salt the top. Because this is seafood. I've already got garlic powder on the bottom, but I kinda like garlic. The funny thing is, when I go to cook this, I'm gonna show you in the next video that I can actually cook it in garlic olive oil with fresh rosemary, basil, and butter. So I just finished this off by taking dehydrated chives. I love dehydrated chives. You can go buy chives at the store, those long string things that sit there and chop forever and put them on there. But these things are amazing. You just put them on, they pick up the moisture. Did I mention there was moisture in salmon? I sure did. And you just put it on there. And is it too much? I don't know. I like them. And just like that, I've got my salmon seasoned top and bottom and ready for the skillet. So the last thing I want to do is I'm going to portion this. We like our salmon, and I think there's going to be 3 of us eating today, so I'm going to take a look at it, and I'm just going to give it a nice cut right through there, and a nice cut right through there. I'm going to go ahead and set these up and get them ready for my plate, my pan. And just like that, that is how I make sockeye salmon and season it and get it ready for the pan. So the next video that you watch here on Earl's Cooking Show is I'm going to show you exactly how to cook salmon without overcooking it. It will come out perfect every single time. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you back here in my kitchen in just a minute.